So, Mr. Laine, how are you today?
Hungry, tired, horny, sad.
So what's the bad news?
Go fuck yourself.
I don't have to. I get laid by the best hookers around with your debit card.
Oh my god, every word you say makes me feel one step closer to death.
Well, don't you worry. I have a movie that will make you feel so much better. It's Finding Nemo.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Alright, thanks. Alright, today we're gonna look at Finding Nemo. Wait, what the fuck is this? Wait, this isn't Finding Nemo.
I know. I get off of giving you hope and taking it away. It's so much more pleasurable than sex. Well, almost.
Kill yourself, you whore fucking cunt.
Shut the fuck up, you fuckwad. I'm letting you watch movies as entertainment.
Wouldn't it make more sense if you could just kill me instead of making me watch bad movies?
Didn't I just tell you to shut the fuck up? Watch the damn movie!
Cockblower.
Dickweed!
In 2003, Disney and Pixar had put a movie out called Finding Nemo, a movie about the father fish trying to get his son, who was captured by humans and is going through the edge of the sea and back to getting him back. There are colorful characters, amazing animation, and a decent storyline, which made Finding Nemo one of the most successful and adored Disney Pixar movies of all time. Then DreamWorks saw what Disney was doing and said, "Hey, let's make our own fish tale. We'll modernize it with hip-hop, constant pop culture references and in-jokes, and have a story that we've all heard before." Ladyfish and gentlefins, this is Shark Tale. Yes, in the middle of the millennium we had a bunch of animated fish movies, and 3 of them stand out, which I'll call the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is, obviously, Finding Nemo. The ugly is The Reef. Never heard of it? Good. And the bad is Shark Tale. It tries so hard to be for kids and adults, but it fails so much. So why should this movie be sleeping with the fishes? Let's go under the sea to find out. So the movie starts off with a worm getting thrown into the water as bait.
Hi, I'm Lenny. I'm sorry. Wake up, wake up. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you out in a jiffy.
So all the tension built up to a pussified shark. What a letdown. Isn't that like...
So I was wondering if you would go on a date with me. I mean, I like you. Do you like me? I mean, we could totally go out together. I'll give you a few minutes to think about it.
So this is Lenny the Shark, voiced by Jack Black. He is not a mean animal-eating shark, but a vegetarian who wouldn't hurt a fly, or in this case a worm. He has a mean brother named Frankie, and has a father named Don Lito, played by Robert De Niro. They are constantly feared by fish, who live in New York Underwater City, whenever they are around.
Are they gone? Are they gone? The sharks are gone.
So we see the citizens of the city, as we see what an average day here is like.
I'm Katie Current.
Muscle Crow! Jessica Schritzen!
Get out those shell phones. Holy mackerel!
Something smells fishy around here. My favorite movie of all time is The Matrix, starring Lawrence Fishburne. My favorite character in Tom Sawyer is Huckleberry Finn. See, I can make a fish stick too, you're nothing special. We then cut to our main character, Oscar, a small fish with a big mouth, played by Will Smith. He works at a whale watching factory, but wants to be rich and famous through his various get-rich-quick schemes. He works with his best friend Angie, voiced by Renee Zellweger, who, unbeknownst to Oscar, has a crush on him.
Hey, thanks for covering for me. Yo, I'm sorry, Dunn. Angie needs to get her freak on. Would you hold for one moment, please? Thanks, dog.
Oscar!
But this is a medical emergency! Hello? Somebody help me! I haven't been washed in days even though I'm surrounded by water! So while he continues to work at his job, we cut to Don Lito having a meeting with Oscar's boss, a blowfish named Sykes, voiced by Martin Scorsese.
That I've lived my life for my sons, raising them and protecting them for the day they run the reef. Well, today is that day. Luca,
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers.
Hey, boss, big butts.
So Don Lito tells Sykes that he will be working for his sons, but because Sykes tells the Don that Lenny's no killer, I wonder why, the Don gets upset and fires him.
What do you mean I'm out?
You're fired. And on top of that, you're gonna have to start paying me.
For what?
So nothing happens to that little whale wash of yours.
So Oscar is brought into Sykes' office by two jellyfish. Sykes informs Oscar that he owes $5,000 to him because of Oscar constantly asking for raises for his quick rich schemes, and has to owe him back the money to pay to Don Lito for protection. He only has 24 hours to pay all the money, but he doesn't have any.
Oscar, why do you get yourself into these situations?
I don't know, Ange. Look, it's just hard, all right? Because I'm a little fish in a big pond.
The metaphor doesn't work when you're an actual fish.
I want some of that. The top of the reef, where the somebodies live, but nobody loves a nobody.
Of course you're a nobody. That's why your coworkers like who you are, you're confident at your job, kids look up to you, and your best friend has a crush on you. Clearly, you're the biggest nobody I've ever known.
A pink pearl?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you get that?
My grandmother gave it to me. Dreams can begin small, too.
No, no, I
Take
couldn't.
it.
So she gives Oscar her pink pearl.
Good night, everybody.
So it will get the money for Oscar to pay off his debt. When he goes to the Seahorse racetrack to give his boss the money, he overhears a conversation about a fixed race, where he hears the name of the horse who has the best odds of winning the race. And he places his bet on the fixed race. We are supposed to like this character, right? His best friend gives him something that was part of her life, and he bets a race on it? There's stupid, there's horribly idiotic, but Oscar is a sociopath. I have no remorse for him when he becomes shark food.
That's 200 to 1. That would pay 1,000,000 clams.
So Oscar comes across a fish named Lola, played by Angelina Jolie. What?
Lucky day, lucky day, lucky day.
She's dangerous, super bad. Better watch out, she'll take the cash. She's a gold digger. She's a gold digger.
Did this movie just sexualize a fish? Did the movie company that gave us Shrek, Prince of Egypt, and Kung Fu Panda just make a fish sexy? Why? Why would you do that? Did you see any sexualized fish in Finding Nemo? No! And it was better for it. Okay, I'm gonna say something that I never ever thought I'd ever have to say. Ever. DreamWorks, we human beings do not want to see a fish sexualized. I'm going to repeat this. We people do not want to find the things that we eat or keep as pets as sexy. What are you, insane? I mean, this movie is for families, meaning kids will be watching this. And in what warped reality do you think people are going to appeal to this? Because if you think that people are going to appeal to this, then you are fucked. And if the sex appeal doesn't throw you off...
Deep down, I'm really superficial. And don't get me wrong, you're cute. You're a nobody.
Yes, because not only do we get to see a sexualized fish in a kid's movie, but we also get to see a sexualized fish in a kid's movie who is also a whore. So Sykes finds out about Oscar's bet, and they watch the fixed horse race. Of course, the seahorse Oscar bets on does extremely well up until the finish line where he trips and falls, losing the race. Sykes takes it well.
Bernie, I want you to find the deepest, darkest hole in the ocean, and when you do, dig deeper and put him in it.
I don't know how they're gonna drag Oscar to New Jersey. Back with Lenny, his father doesn't like how Lenny's quirky personality is, so he gets his other brother Frankie to show him the ropes.
Hey, seriously? I can't understand wise guys, so you'll have to be more specific.
Oh, specific. You want specific. Be a shark for once in your life. Lenny, forget about it, okay? We do a couple of practice runs, bada bing, bada boom, Pop's happy, you're a shark. Life goes on. Abish?
How they're talking sounds familiar. Oh right, Italian gangster sharks. How stereotypical. Oh, and those jellyfish with their head beanies and long tentacles? They're Jamaican jellyfish. Oh, cardboard stereotyping. Will you ever get old? Enough to die. So the sharks see Oscar tied up by the Jamaican jellyfish, and Frankie tells Lenny to kill him, otherwise his father will disown him. Since Lenny doesn't want to kill him, he helps Oscar escape.
Look, I'm just pretending so you can get away. Now, when I turn around, you take off. Tastes just like chicken.
Oh, no.
What did I tell you?
I'm sorry, I didn't get it. You want me to go now?
What the hell is wrong with you, Oscar? There is a shark that is trying to help you escape, and you just stand there? Well, now we can add dumbass on Oscar's personality traits. Frankie, up to his limits, tries to get Oscar but is killed by an anchor. Lenny, thinking that the whole thing is his fault, swims away. The jellyfish come back and see that the shark is dead, thinking that Oscar killed him, and, in typical movie fashion, Oscar lies by saying that he killed the shark, which gives him a lot of attention.
Any shark try to mess around in Oscar Town is going down. Yes, it's poetic in the heat. I get poetic.
Oscar.
Oscar. I won an Oscar once. What the hell am I doing in this movie?
Okay, get out of here, you barracudas. Any further questions will be fielded by me.
And you are?
I'm his manager, Sykes, with a Y.
And I'm his financial advisor.
You're slaying him.
No, he's slaying sharks.
Hey, that's good. That's good, I like that. Oscar, the shark slayer.
As Oscar is enjoying his newfound popularity, Don Lito finds out about the shark slayer at Frankie's funeral.
He knows that reef better than anybody. I want to find this guy. I want to know everything about him. I want to know where he lives. I want to know where he sleeps. He pops a gill. I want to know about it. Who is the shark slayer?
Oh, I get it. He's referencing The Godfather. And this is a kid's movie. Because all kids know what The Godfather is. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some Scarface jokes around here somewhere. So Oscar gets rich and famous, something he's always wanted, and finally being a somebody. And this has him doing a very important thing for his best friend.
And here.
Oh, Oscar.
Bam. Huh?
My grandmother's pearl.
With interest.
Huh. He gave her a pearl necklace. Before Oscar can realize his feelings, the skanky fish comes to ruin the mood. And before anything can come out of that, there's a shark sighting. But no one's really worried because Oscar is a shark slayer. Wait, let me guess. He's going to whimper. Predictability. Always seems to throw me off. So Oscar and Lenny meet again, but on better terms. The only problem is that Lenny can't go home because he still believes that he's responsible for his brother's death. After finding out that he's the shark slayer, Lenny blackmails Oscar in order to hide him in a garage.
Who is that? Huh? Who? Hey, who's out there?
Yo, Crazy Joe!
I thought I heard something. Did you get that shark?
Oh, you have no idea, Joe.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, gotta go. My show's on.
Randy Quaid is a simple man. So Oscar hides him in the garage and finds out that Lenny's father is the godfather of the sharks. It doesn't get much better when Sykes insults Don Lito by gloating that Oscar killed his son. It gets even worse when Don threatens Oscar's life over the phone.
Sykes, look, you got it all wrong.
They're gonna write songs about you, kid. Oh, the shark bites.
Sykes.
With his teeth, dear.
Sing it, man, sing it.
And then Oscar
Sykes.
kicked his butt.
Sykes, man.
Come on.
Maybe.
It's not like I could have just went to the elevator with him. So Oscar sees that Lola has waited for him in his apartment.
This is just crazy.
It's just too much. It's piling up.
Yeah, you know, just one thing on top of the other. Actually, I was thinking about retiring.
You don't want to do that. You just show him who's boss, and those sharks will leave you alone.
So he gets an idea from her and goes to the store to tell Lenny what he's conjured up. Only Angie is there and she knows about Lenny.
You lied! Everybody thinks you slayed the shark!
And who am I to tell them that they're wrong?
How could you lie to me,
No.
Oscar? Me!
Don't take it personally. Come on, I lied to everybody.
I mean, that's totally different.
Look, I'm sorry. I totally betrayed you. But listen, I got just one little problem I gotta take care of.
Oh, what's that?
Sharks are coming to get me!
Well, maybe if you told the truth in the first place, none of this would happen. Tell him an anchor killed him. Tell him it was us humans that did it. So the boys make a plan since Oscar is a shark slayer and Lenny needs to disappear. So they stage a fight. Of course.
You hear them, Lenny? They are going crazy, man. They love us.
They love you. They hate me.
What?
Let's switch sides. Maybe I can be the fish slayer. They'll never see it coming.
Come on, man. Look, you sell this, you'll never have to go home again. You can start a new life.
That's a good message for the kids. Run away from your problems. I'm not missing anything here.
But Oscar, I think I'm gonna puke. No. Lenny, just open up, nice and easy. Are you not entertained? You can't handle the truth.
Ah, pity the fool. Hasta la vista, baby. And other 90s catchphrases.
You had me at hello.
Get it? That quote's from Jerry Maguire. And Renee Zellweger is in that movie and this movie. Well, I thought it was funny, so fuck off. So the duo finish their fake fight just when the sharks arrive to have a confrontation with them. But after seeing this, they swim away.
Hey, Lola.
So Lola kisses Oscar, which obviously upsets Angie.
Just tell me, Oscar, because I'm curious. Why do you think she's interested, huh?
And she a gold digger.
No, I'm not running another joke into the ground. So Angie accidentally confesses that she loved him for who he was. If he weren't such a dumbass, he would have saw it.
Before the fame, before the lie. To me, you were a somebody, Oscar. Now you're nothing. But a fake. A sham, a con. You're a joke.
Clearly what Tom Cruise and this movie have in common. After Angie gives a reason you suck speech to Oscar, he swims around and realizes that his old life was better and his new life is fake and empty. Just like your sex life. Blow me! Oh, you will want me to do that, wouldn't you? Anyways, he's no longer interested in Lola because he's begun to realize his feelings for Angie. So he dumps Lola, even though they've never went out on a date. Lola takes it well by giving me some new nightmare fuel.
Let me explain something to you.
Ah, look familiar, Harrison? Shut up. So Oscar goes to work to tell Angie that he loves her, and Lenny works there, disguised as a dolphin. He finds that she isn't there, and finds out through a phone call that she has been captured by the sharks. You might be wondering when she was captured. In order for Oscar to get her back, he has to go to a sit-down with them, joined by Lenny the Dolphin and Sykes.
Now, which one of you sardines called this meeting?
That would be me. So, this is the Shark Slayer. I've been looking forward to meeting you. I feel like we're practically family. You know that? Funny, ain't it? I brought my kids into the world, full of love and care. And you took them out.
Seems like a typical day in New Jersey. No more Jersey jokes. Fine, spoil everything. So the Dawn reveals Angie in a pot, and Lola shows up as revenge for breaking up with her. That's no small feat. So Lenny rescues Angie, and the fish make their escape.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 can't touch this. Uh-oh, stop. Oscar time.
And because Oscar is a big-mouthed bragger and an idiot, he forgets that Lenny can't have fish in his mouth and proceeds to throw up, revealing his true self to his father.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, boss, it's Lenny. He was wearing a disguise so we wouldn't recognize him, but now he's not wearing a disguise, so we do recognize him.
I haven't heard anything that obvious. No, you'll be better than that so-called running joke if you say one more word. Oscar tries to explain the situation, but because all Italians are hot-headed now, the Don gets angry and chases Oscar to the whale wash, where Oscar traps Lido in one of the machines. When everyone praises him for being a shark slayer, he can take it no more, and, in a rather surprising move, tells everyone the truth.
I lied.
What?
It was an anchor that killed Frankie. I didn't have anything to do with it, and neither did Lenny.
Well, then if that was true, why did you run away?
Because you always wanted me to be like Frankie. I'll never be the shark you want me to be.
What is your problem? So your son likes kelp. So his best friend's a fish. So he likes to dress like a dolphin. So what? Everybody loves him just the way he is.
Coming from the fish who wanted to be a somebody, yet everyone liked who he was before he became the Shark Slayer. Dickhole. So the Don and Lenny reunite, Oscar gets together with Angie, and everyone celebrates by having a big party at the whale wash. So this was Shark Tale. I didn't like it. I mean, some of the characters can be funny and there are some character development, even if we've seen it before, but the main character is a dumbass, some other characters are stereotypes, the animation isn't all that spectacular, and it tries so hard to please everyone with the slang and the hip-hop soundtrack and the inside jokes that kids won't understand, and it backfires 93% of the time. With Finding Nemo, there was something that future generations will enjoy because it had themes that were treated seriously. But with this movie, it's going to become dated very quickly, if not eventually.
Well, you survived another bad movie. I can't wait to show you another.
What? Another bad movie? Okay, look, the ones you gave me aren't good, but they're not the worst.
I know, but these movies were only just tests. The future movies will only get worse, and your mind will slowly deteriorate.
Talking to you alone is killing my last lonely brain cells.
Which is exactly what I want to happen.
Do you listen to yourself when you talk?
I don't have to. I already wrote my lines in the script.
Script? What script?
Who cares about your questions when we have credits to roll?
What the hell